2-year-old Sarah lived in a warm, sunny house with her grandma. Every morning, as the birds chirped outside, Sarah would jump out of bed with her teddy bear in hand, ready for a day full of fun. Her favorite playmate was Grandma, who always had something exciting planned.
It was a rainy morning. Raindrops tapped gently on the windows, and the sky outside was all gray and sleepy. But inside the house, little Sarah was wide awake and full of energy. "Grandma, play?" she asked, tugging at her grandmother's sweater with a big grin. Grandma smiled and looked around. I think today is the perfect day to build a castle," Sarah gasped. "A real castle?" "Well," said Grandma, "a magical pillow castle." They gathered every pillow and cushion in the house. Big fluffy ones from the couch, tiny ones from the chairs, and even Sarah's favorite teddy bear pillow. Grandma laid out soft blankets as walls and tied scarves for flags. Together, they stacked the pillows high, making 2 towers and a secret tunnel in the middle. Sarah crawled inside, her eyes wide with wonder. The inside of the castle was dim and cozy, with fairy lights that Grandma had draped over the top. They flickered like tiny stars. "I'm Princess Sarah," she declared, placing a yellow paper crown on her head, crafted by Grandma that morning. "And I'm your royal pillow guard," said Grandma, bowing. Teddy was knighted with a wooden spoon and stood proudly by the doorway. Sarah gave him a giggle and said, "You watch the gate, Sir Teddy." Then came the royal feast, tiny crackers, grapes, and juice served in plastic cups. They sat cross-legged inside the castle, nibbling snacks and pretending they were in a kingdom far, far away. "Do you hear that?" Grandma whispered dramatically. "What?" Sarah gasped. "Dragons! They're coming!" Grandma playfully growled and wiggled her fingers like claws. Sarah squealed and hid behind a pillow, then popped out and shouted, "Go away, dragon! This is my castle!" They played until the rain stopped and the castle leaned a little to the side, but Sarah didn't mind. She lay in Grandma's lap, yawning, her crown a little crooked, and whispered, "Best castle ever." And Grandma agreed.
The rain had stopped, and the clouds parted just enough to let the sun peek through. The backyard sparkled with raindrops on leaves, and everything smelled fresh and green. Grandma held Sarah's little hand and whispered, "Today, we go to the magic garden." Sarah's eyes lit up. "Is it real magic, Grandma?" "Of course," Grandma winked. "But only special girls like you can see it." They stepped outside. The garden wasn't too big, but to Sarah, it was a jungle of wonders. Tall bushes became enchanted forests, the stepping stones were a fairy path, and the flowers danced when the wind passed. "Let us look for fairy flowers," Grandma said. Sarah knelt down and gently touched a tiny yellow bloom. "Is this one?" "Yes," Grandma nodded. "If you water it, a fairy might visit tonight." They searched for other signs of magic: a ladybug crawling across a leaf, a fairy's messenger, a shiny pebble shaped like a heart, a fairy gift, and a feather that definitely came from a flying unicorn, according to Sarah. Suddenly, a butterfly landed softly on Sarah's hand. She gasped and stood very still. "Shh," Grandma whispered, "she's telling you a secret." Sarah nodded seriously and whispered back, "Okay, I won't tell anyone." They ended their garden adventure under the big tree, where Grandma laid out a blanket and told stories about the Queen of the Flowers, who rode a hummingbird and sprinkled raindrop jewels in the morning. Sarah listened, her head resting on Grandma's lap, staring up at the sky as little clouds drifted by.